Alright, guys. I had to farm a little thumbnail real quick. Okay, guys, what's up? Welcome back, man. This is gonna be a bit of a different video, a bit of a weird one, a bit of probably a pointless one that no one's gonna want to click on. But if you're here, welcome. You made it in. This is our secret, okay? Oh my gosh, I feel cringe, but that's okay. And it is what it is. Alright. Basically, guys, I want to talk today about this. My very rugged, bizarre look. Okay? And basically explain why it's actually a conscious, intentional choice of mine. Stick with me. It might be a little weird. It might seem a little counterintuitive. Maybe not. Basically, I want to explain why I look like a hobo, or I look homeless, or I look ugly, or I look whatever you want to call this, right? My mom tends to say I look homeless. And she's always telling me to cut it. But for a very long time, as with my luscious hair, I had to prove that I was uncontrollable. I am the driver of my own destiny. Is that how it goes? Something like that. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, basically, I intentionally grew out this beard really long and unkept. I haven't cut it or shaved it or anything. I just let it grow out to be what is probably considered by many ugly or unattractive or unappealing, whatever, right? That was a conscious choice of mine. And the idea I had is, I feel like people were often like, everyone's insecure. Okay? Cut the bullshit. Cut the shit, bro. We all have insecurities. Don't even, bro. Everyone has insecurities. And I think the counterintuitive thing about insecurities is the way to be secure about them is to accept that you're insecure about it. And so, I have a lot of insecurities. Dancing is one of my Dancing is one of my insecurities. My Spanish, hola, mi nombre es Ivan, is one of my insecurities from growing up as a Mexican American. And you know how it is, maybe if you're from the US and you're Mexican, the whole yo no sapo thing or whatever. I got bullied a lot as a kid, man. And basically, yeah. I have insecurities, you have insecurities, we all have insecurities. And one of the things that I struggle with, although, as you can probably tell, way less now, I'm feeling very cringe resistant. I've done a lot of practice, a lot of work on that. But for a lot of my recent adult life, I have felt I've had like a lot of social traumas I've been working through. A lot of fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of failure, stuff like that. And I guess one of the ways in which I wanted to, take control over my traumas was to essentially it's like exposure therapy. I intentionally wanted to expose myself to judgment. And I do think it has worked. I do feel like people judge me, although that's kind of what I'm curious to find out. So basically, the reason I'm making this is because today I'm going to finally shave. Not because I want to necessarily for myself, but it's a bit of a hassle for my girlfriend, and I understand it. It's very texturally unpleasant, and she has stimulation issues. So yeah, it's going to go. But I'm also kind of curious to see how differently I feel like people react to me or look at me. So I'm in China, and in China, people love to stare And a lot of times it's curiosity. I feel like a lot of times it's also judgment. And there's certainly a lot of judgment that comes my way. But I just wanted to get used to it and not let that fear control me. I wanted to build that resistance. Every day, man, even today, I went to the dentist, and man, just every day, man, people are staring at me, and some of them are not pleasant stares. Some of them are like, what the fuck? People judge me. People are judgmental creatures, and the reason I wanted to do this was because I was tired of being controlled by people's judgments. I think it's important to be accepting of yourself and compassionate with yourself, and not it's not about brute forcing yourself, I feel like this was a way in which it was subtle and slow and constant, but not in a way that's super overwhelming. And I feel like it's helped, and I've felt very proud of myself for doing it. I feel like I've never really explained it to anyone besides futilely explaining it to my mom whenever she's telling me to cut it. And so it's finally going to go. My shaver thing came today. I ordered one in the mail, and it's time. But, I don't know. I've lost my train of thought, guys. It's been worth it. And that's the reasoning. And I think it's kind of genius, low-key. And I will have to find some other way to look like a freak and get people to judge me, because maybe once I have a baby face again, it won't be nearly as bad. But we'll just have to see. But yeah, just wanted to explain that. And hopefully that was funny or entertaining or something. Maybe you try it for yourself. Let's get some more hobo-looking people out here. Nothing wrong with being homeless or being a hobo. But that's just how people tend to describe the look. Or how I feel like I look, or how people think I look. But anyways, that's about it. Another stepping stone down. See you later. Peace. Also, this is on my new camera, which I'm really stoked for. Let me know what you think. Hopefully the audio is good. I'll find out shortly. Alright, time to shave. Peace.